Right, super timely. U.S. using maritime drones. Let's get into it first. What's important? Why do we care? So, last video, we'll link it down below. We talked about the tech transfer for U.S. Patriot missile production inside Ukraine for U.S. access, DoD access, Department of War access to state-of-the-art, bleeding edge, cutting edge Ukrainian drone technology. Not just a few days after that announcement, we have for the very first time ever the U.S. using seaborne, sea-based drones in operations, in this case to destroy Iranian subs as well as ship facility. But interesting to note, just because the deal was inked so recently between the U.S. and Ukraine, the drones used at sea by the U.S. are not of Ukrainian make, manufacture, or design, but rather U.S. homegrown company make, manufacture, and design. Yesterday we talked about this as well, but this is all part of the U.S. effort to ramp up manufacturing, domestic manufacturing and production of low-cost drones as part of the Replicator program and others. This highlights and showcases is, yes, that this is the culmination and really coming to fruition of a lot of different people doing a lot of hard work to bring up this U.S. homegrown domestic production of seaborne-based drones. So I think, and we think, technologies here, the U.S. capability at a homegrown level seems to be pretty high, while for the U.S. And Ukraine deal, this is for obviously air-based drones, where Ukraine has, but again, via the deal, U.S. getting access to the bleeding edge technology that's being used in Russian invasion of Ukraine is super important so that the U.S. retains dominance in all of these domains, right? So sea and obviously air for drones. For us, the elephant in the room is, having the conversation around U.S. getting additional competencies in drone warfare. Great, awesome. But for this very public showcase for the very first time, look, the Iranian regime, or Iran just in general, does not have a strong navy, never has. So whatever submarine they blew up was probably of low quality, super old. Who even knows if it worked? So it's kind of a sitting duck. I think when we think, again, using this on a more advanced blue water navy is probably true test for U.S. competency around these types of seaborne drones at a large scale. And again, obviously, it just depends on the conflict, the engagement, the operation. All of this is very scenario-driven and scenario-based. But again, the headline here, the tagline here is that domestic production among private companies of all different drone types, so sea-based and air-based, especially as we start to see this broader theme and trend of defense tech and this new vintage, this new crop of young founders, industry leaders that are starting these private companies and focusing on these type of technologies, among other defense tech type technologies as well. So really encouraging to see. Also need to be seeing this, and we are seeing this as well on the energy production front, whether it's geothermal or nuclear or LNG, just being efficient more in all of these things. These are staples and pillars of national power and just how you build national economies. I can score for more.